Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. It's Dee and Eric from the Blank Spot. Hope y'all doing well this evening. As y'all come on, drop your city and your state. Let us know where you are viewing from. We are going to get this thing started in a couple of minutes. Hope y'all doing okay.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? So, happy Friday.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
Happy New Year. Happy Friday.
What else? Happy Freedom Friday.
Listen, it's been a long day. Happy Freedom Friday, guys. We just wanted to come on and share some things with you guys. We're gonna be doing a lot of this for the new year, especially for our members. But we wanted to kind of invite everybody on tonight.
And we are broadcasting on our YouTube channel as well. So if you happen to see this on YouTube, make sure, and it's your first time seeing a broadcast from us, make sure you take some time to also drop your city and your state, like it, share it, and tag someone. So we're gonna be talking about business and finance and how we can actually improve our business by using our own money. There's a lot of people out there who think business, and it doesn't matter which business it is. A lot of people out there think that business is just about making money, but it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep.
How much money of that money are you keeping? And we want to share some things with you guys that we've learned.
Yep.
Throughout the years of being in business. We just want to share with you guys.
So just a little bit of background about us. We've been married for over 20 years, 22 years, 21 years this year.
This year be 21 years.
We've been together for almost 24 years. And the thing that we have to add to that is that we always had a job. We were both working a job. Nobody talked to us about business. Nobody talked to us about generational wealth. Nobody talked to us about building anything for ourselves. They just told us go to work or go to school or make good grades, get a good job. And it wasn't until years later that I'd gone through the military and I retired. Dorothy was still working in corporate America, and we were introduced to some financial strategies. Now I'm gonna tell you something: a good financial strategy beats no strategy at all. So if you're out there looking right now saying, "Hey, what are these guys talking about? What are they talking about?" We don't want to talk about that. We just want to make some stuff. If that's you, this is not for you. If that's you, if that's your personality and your attitude, let's get to it. Let's get it over with. If that is you, this is not the video for you. This is not the information for you. But if you are the type of person who is looking to not just quit your job, but to build something for your family, for your children's children, if you're the type of personality who's looking to improve your personal finances, to include enhancing your business finances and to enhance your business, then this is the place that you need to be. Business, like we said, is not just about making money. We can sit there and we can show you lots of money that we've made over the last almost 8 months in our newest business. We can show you a lot of money that we've saved, cash flows, the debt that we've eliminated over the last 6 years. We can show you all that, but it's not going to make any sense or it's not going to really matter to you if we can't show you, one, how to do it.
Exactly.
Two, if we can't show you how we kept that money and how we transferred and shifted that money to our businesses and to our investment accounts and to our savings and to our emergency funds and things like that. So we don't want to go that route. If you are a hustler, if you got that hustle mindset, if you're the person that likes to flip things and make more money, this ain't for you. These are specific strategies, business strategies, and personal and financial, personal financial strategies and business financial strategies
Right.
that's going to assist you to propel your business to the next level. Now,
Mm-hmm.
this class, like Dee said, this class tonight, it is on the free.
Right.
Okay. This is going to be free
and for everyone.
And for everyone. And this is just part one. We're going to be doing
Right.
a lot of this in the upcoming months. We're going to be talking about different business and financial classes, things that you can use to enhance your business and your personal life. But this specific class right here is just going to be the basics. So we just want to make sure that you understand that. So for those of you who are on, like I said, drop your sitting in state. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring up the first PowerPoint. Yep. So
hey Sharon.
Hey Sharon, how you doing? So now, you ready for the first one?
Hey, okay. Let's go. Let's get this information out. I hope you guys have your pen and your pad so that you can grab, some of this information that we're about to share with you guys.
Pen and a pad. Okay, so let me see. It's been a while since we've been on, so
yeah,
I'm just gonna tell you, I don't even know if I know how to do this still. Wow, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so that's not the one I want to share.
Okay.
So I gotta put this one on. Don't judge me, y'all. Don't judge me, okay? Let me go back in. This is not my lap. There we go. Okay.
There we go.
So, and I'm gonna start this from the beginning. Okay. So go back.
All right. We're gonna make sure that you guys are seeing this.
I think they are. Yeah. They can see it.
All right.
Okay, so this is we're going to talk about the financial game of life. And if you're looking at the bottom right, this is our parent company, National Business Builders. National Business Builders was a company that was founded some years ago, probably about 4, almost 5 years ago, and we rebranded to National Business Builders. But the whole purpose for this is to show people how to actually correctly build a business, not just building it, but using their own money in the process. Okay, so this is about the financial game of life, and we just want to lay down a little bit of groundwork, a little bit of foundation, so you can actually understand. And we want to make this as simple and as plain as we possibly can. So if you got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. And maybe the next time we do this, we may do a Zoom.
Yeah,
and we can actually invite people in. We can do a Q&A.
You guys can do some Q&A. You may want to ask some questions.
But for now, I'm just gonna go and get it started. So this is the financial game of life. So the question is, and this is a very thought-provoking question, do you have $1 for every hour that you worked in your life?
Think about that for a minute. Do you have $1 for every hour that you have worked since you've been working?
So this question comes up because now what happens is you wanna make sure that you're not only just earning money on your job, but you're also using that money as leverage. You're using it for yourself and for your family to build something, okay? So just think about it like this. I don't know if you guys are into sports. I don't know if you watch sports or anything, but let's think about football. There's 4 quarters in a football game, and there's also 4 quarters in the financial game of life.
That's right.
So the first quarter is ages 25 to 35. That's your first quarter. So if you're out there, I want you to annotate which quarter you are in. You don't have to tell me, okay? Second quarter is going to be 35 to 45.
And this is your age range.
Your age range. Okay. And then your third quarter is going to be 45 to 55. Now I know by now I've hit somebody. Me, I'm in the third quarter.
We're both in the third quarter.
I was gonna say you, because women don't like sharing their
I'm in the third quarter.
But we're in the third quarter of our lives, and then your fourth quarter is 55 to 65. Okay, so if you're over 65, the game is not over, but you are almost
OT
out of time. Okay, and because once again, if you're out there with a business, if you're out there trying to grow your business and build your business, because we weren't shown these strategies, then we kind of figured out on our own, right?
Right.
Because we're not shown these growing up. We're not shown these while we're working our jobs. We kind of figured out on our own. So Sharon says she's in the second quarter. Okay. So now, the amount of money earned in a lifetime. So I've heard people say this all the time, right? They said if I had $1 million,
Mm-hmm.
I would quit my job.
Right.
If I had $1 million, I can go on vacation, I can live forever, whatever, because remember, life is not just about money, it's about time.
That's right.
And time freedom.
That's right.
And what happens is while we're working a job, we are actually working for our time freedom.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
So imagine the average salary. Is $25,000 per year.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know it's going to be more than that. And when you may have gotten started working some years ago, it may have been less than that.
Right.
But let's say you average $25,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
If you multiply that times 40 years, because that's the average time that somebody works before they can retire, right?
Right.
If you multiply that times 40 years, that's $1 million.
$1 million.
So you say, well, Eric, Dorothy, well, what about the money that was taxed? Well, that's not our problem. That's your problem, not ours. Mm-hmm. It's not Uncle Sam's problem. Mm-hmm. It's not the state. It's not Social Security, Medicare. It's not their problem. It's the problem of the person who's earning the money. Mm-hmm. Because what happens is we don't understand how that system works.
We don't understand how it works.
I'm not going to digress. I'm just going to stay here for a minute, okay? So now, let's say you work 2,000 hours per year.
Yep.
All right? That's just the estimate. 2,000 hours a year. That you're gonna work in your lifetime. Okay, so 2,000 hours a year, and that's gonna equal $1 saved for every hour worked. So the question is, do you have $1 for every hour that you work? So some people don't have $2,000 in an emergency fund. Let me back that up.
Let's back it up.
Some people don't have $2,000 a year saved.
Right. So that was us. Right. That was us. That was us some years ago.
We were those some people.
Listen, it talks right here. It talks about 2,000 hours work per year, right? So per year, right? So that means that, $1 saved for every hour that you work. Yeah. Okay. So then you're going to multiply that
by the amount of years
that you work. So that's how much money that you should have saved, invested, whatever it is.
Maybe even in a long-term emergency fund.
And, right?
And so anybody who's a mathematician out there or a numbers person, if they can save $2,000 a year times 40 years, that's $80,000. Now, I don't know about you. I do now, but previous to understanding this information, we didn't know many people who had $8,000, let alone $80,000.
Exactly.
All right. So when they say we should retire. So here's the deal. The society says that we should retire at age 65. So let's say you start your career at age 25. That is a span of 40 years of working.
Yep.
Okay. Now, 40 hours per week times 50 weeks a year is 2,000 hours. So we know that you're going to have 52 weeks in a year.
Right. This is just an estimate,
People going to take vacation.
You're going to take vacation at least for 2 weeks.
At least 2 weeks. Okay. So now let's say that's where we're getting to 2,000 hours per year. All right. So now ask yourself, at 5 years, 5 times 2,000.
Yeah.
You should have at least $10,000.
You should have at least $10,000.
Okay.
Okay. Put away.
Now, here you go. 10 years.
10 years.
Man, $20,000. $20,000. And I'm not telling you this, or we're not sharing this with you to make you uncomfortable. We're not sharing this with you to make you say, hey, this is impossible, because it's not impossible.
It's not.
What's happening is the reason why people don't have this money is because they don't pay themselves first.
That's right.
Okay. But we have to change and shift our mindset. 15 years, $30,000.
30,000.
And then of course 20 years, $40,000. So do you have that amount of money saved? And the question is, if you don't have $1 for every hour that you worked, then what are you doing? Why are you working?
Exactly.
That's one of the things you wanted to share with you. That's some of the foundations you want to lay. And you probably say, well, that's not much of a class, right? But everything starts with a mindset.
Right. We just want to open your minds, to this information. And, when we first saw this financial gain, you don't really think about how much money, you should have and how much money you should save and things like that. You don't think about that. So this financial financial gain really opens up your eyes to, okay, wait, I'm such and such, I'm in such and such quarter.
Yeah, I'm in this quarter.
I'm in this quarter.
I've been working this
I've been
long.
working this long. How much money do I actually have saved?
See, this is what the deal is, right? Emergencies are gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a difference between an emergency and an inconvenience.
Yep.
And an emergency means that I need money. I need some type of money, but I don't have it. That's an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
An inconvenience says that I have an emergency, but I have the money. So it's not an emergency, it's an inconvenience because I don't want to spend the money,
Mm-hmm.
but I have it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Emergency fund is extremely important. Okay.
And you need one not just for your household,
for your business.
You need one for your business as well.
You need one for your business as well.
But I've said this before. Anybody who's listened to me coming to the shop, I talk about business all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who's listened to me, they already know that I talk about business a lot, and I always say things like, "It's better to need it. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it."
Mm-hmm.
I talk about stuff like, if you have issues with your personal finances and you want to start a business and you start making money in business, you're gonna have problems with your business.
It's gonna be the same issues that you're just gonna bring over to your business.
What's changed?
Right.
What's changed? So
right.
The hardest thing, I think, the most challenging thing about people and money and needing money is them refusing to talk about it.
Mm.
Them refusing to acknowledge that they don't know
right.
about money.
Right.
That was us. Once again, we thought we were on the right track. We thought we understood more about money than we actually did, and we didn't understand it.
Eric tells a story all the time about how he retired broke.
We retired. I was broke.
Retired broke.
Literally broke.
And a lot of people, they look at the military like, oh, you're not broke. You should have money. No, that's not necessarily true.
Well, it is. We should have money.
You should, yeah, but if you don't do the right thing with your money,
so that's any job.
That's anything. Job.
So
if you don't do the right thing with it, you will be in the same situation, and we were broke.
So you got to ask yourself, if what I'm doing right now today is making me a better person personally, and a better person as a business owner.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we promised to share with you how we were able to use our own money to fund and start our businesses. And this is very important. So I need you guys to kind of pay attention to this next slide, because if you can understand the concept of shifting your income, shifting your money back to your household, you can understand that concept, then you can be successful in anything that you do financially. But you must first shift your mindset, because many of us have been taught, once again, to go to school, make good grades, get a good job. Nobody tells us what to do with the money that we're going to earn from the job.
Right.
Also, people tell you, hey, you know what? Pay your bills first. No, you should pay yourself first. You should pay yourself first. And somebody's going to probably comment and say, well, you know what? What about tithing? We don't pay God. We can't pay God something that's already His.
Okay.
We give our tithes.
We don't pay our tithes. We give our tithes.
But the first person you should pay, the first bill you should pay is to you. And we're going to talk about that in later training. But the next slide that we're going to bring up, open this thing up. The next slide that we're going to bring up is going to be talking about how Uncle Sam paid us, watch this, to start a business. Uncle Sam will pay you to start a home-based business. Okay, he will. And this is how we were able to get this thing together. This is how we're able to actually to start our businesses. Okay, we were able to start our businesses by using our own money. Now, once again, this is coming from our parent company, National Business Builders, and I want you to understand something: strategies over sales. It's more important to have a great strategy than it is to sell a lot of things. People are going to tell you, hey, listen, if you sell X amount of widgets, you can be a millionaire. You can. But if you don't understand how to keep your money, you got to sell more widgets.
That's right.
You got to keep on selling more widgets. And I understand that the idea about taxes could be scary. I understand that the idea about deductions and writing things off can be scary, but so can being broke.
Exactly. That's why you have to educate yourself on those things. You can't just put you know, I understand, you know, there's tax professionals out there that do their job, but you have to understand yourself the basics of, you know, what that's about. Okay.
And how to properly hire
And
the
how
right
to
person.
properly hire the right person. Because if you don't, then they can do whatever they want to do with it. But guess who's going to be stuck with the liability? And, you know, if something happens, if there's an audit, you are, they won't be responsible for that. You will be.
Okay, so Uncle Sam will pay you to run a home-based business. And if you're sitting here right now watching this, 9 times out of 10, if you don't have a hobby, you have a home-based business. Mm-hmm. There's a big difference between the two. One, as a hobby, you're just doing it for fun. You're not really trying to make any money. Right. But as a business owner, the IRS says you must attempt to make a profit. Yep. And that means you should be working your business at least 3 to 4 days a week. Okay, yep. 3 to 4 days a week. So a lot of this stuff that we have later on, we can show you the documentation on it. Mm-hmm. However, what we want to do is we want to keep on going because we don't want to waste your time. We just want to lay some foundational information out there for you so you can actually understand where we're coming from. Now, let me paint a picture for you. Mm. Now, this is what the Social Security Administration says about retirement. This is what they say about retirement. The Social Security Administration says, that should be an S, that out of every 100 people to reach the age of 65, 36 of them die before they can even draw the benefits. 36. See, stress kills.
It kills.
And what we don't know about money and what we experience about stress can actually be harmful to our bodies. Yep. Okay, so 36 of them are dead. And we know that death is a part of life. Right. But why do you want to work all that time and then not be able to
enjoy life?
Yeah. So 54 of them end up in a rest home or depending on loved ones. 54.
Wow.
All right. That's a huge number. We're at what? 80. We're at 90 right now. Mm. Now, 5 of them are still working a full-time job. How many people do you know out there who are 65, 66, 70 years young, and they're still out there working a full-time job?
Not because they how do we say it? Not because they
don't love working.
Want to.
Yeah.
It's because they have to.
And some of them, granted, are working because of the medical benefits.
Benefits, right. Right.
But overall, many of them are working because they're not financially stable. Exactly. As 4 of them are. 4 out of those 100 people are financially stable. That means that they have money coming in. Yeah. The bills are already, the debt is already paid off, and they're living comfortably. Okay. Right. But out of that 100, only one of them is financially free.
1 out of 100, guys. Do you see that?
We're talking about how you can actually position yourself to build generational wealth using your own money. Okay, so we're coming. Now, the struggle is real for those who are struggling. 80% of Americans in this wonderful country that we live in are living paycheck to paycheck. 80%. Yep. We live in the wealthiest country in the world. Yep. From border to border, we have shipments of products and supplies coming through our border, and we tax them. Mm-hmm. We're in debt to our eyeballs. Yep. But we're one of the we get a bulk of the world's wealth. Mm-hmm. But see, while these people are struggling paycheck to paycheck, it's because many people are not educated about their finances.
That's the main reason.
Who out there
take care of your money?
Who out there has ever heard of financial literacy? See, the idea of literacy means that you can read and write. Mm-hmm. Financial education is an understanding, and most people are not understanding their finances. Right. So for them, the struggle is real. But the truth is, everyone faces the same 5 challenges, whether they make 5 figures, 4 figures,
that's right,
or 8 figures. It don't matter. They're facing the same 5 challenges. So the challenges are real simple, but we're going to talk about those after you understand why you go to work. So you got a job. You did what your mom said, your dad said, your grandma, your grandpa, society, your best friend. You went to work, you went to school, got a good job, and now you're working. Okay. Now, the reason why people go to work or operate a business is because they have to take care of 2 lifestyles. Yep. One of them is the current lifestyle. If you can see the light in the background, that means we paid our light bill. We're gonna eat later on. We may sit down and watch a little Netflix. That's our current lifestyle. Right? Groceries, clothes, mortgage, all that good stuff. You have to earn enough money today, so that when you want to live, you want to flip the switch, turn on the faucet, something is coming on. But we also have to understand that we have to earn enough money, whether it be on our high paying job, high income earning job, or our business. We got to earn enough money so that when we can no longer work, we no longer want to work, or we just say, we're done. That means that we can enjoy life, right? That means that we have enough money to retire on, because you're never going to not need any cash flowing in.
That's right.
Cash flow. You want to have positive cash flowing in. So those are the two reasons why people work or have a business. Now, we all face, like I said before, the same financial challenges. Nobody is different.
We all face this.
Whether you're the wealthiest person in the world,
exactly,
or you're the poorest person in the world. Imagine understanding how money works. We'd be able to address these challenges. See, the first one is inflation. And inflation doubles every 20 years. If you don't believe me, go back 20 years ago, because it's 2022 right now. So I reckon 2002, right? 2002, 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
We got a son that's about to be 20 in August. So 20 years ago, look and see how much a loaf of bread was.
How much was milk?
A gallon of gas.
The gas. 20 years ago, how much was it?
How much was it to eat out at McDonald's or Burger King? Was Chick-fil-A? Yeah, Chick-fil-A was around there. Yeah. So inflation doubles every 20 years. You have to understand how to combat that, okay? And then high taxes. And a lot of people, once again, they shy away from the idea of the conversation of taxes because we don't understand it. We were taught to fear the government. And we were told that, if we do something wrong with our taxes, the government's going to come in the middle of the night.
They're going to take our kids.
Freeze our money.
They're going to snatch everything that you have.
Well, they can freeze you, but think about this. A lot of people are losing money every day, not just every day, because of high taxes. And these are just estimated numbers. Just imagine 25 to 30% of your money leaving your household in taxes, okay? And then imagine this. Imagine being in debt because you're paying high taxes. So I want you guys to
it all plays a part together.
I want you guys to take a look at your last pay stub, and I want you to see how much taxes is coming out your check. And it's going to be anywhere between 25 to 30%, roughly. Okay, that's Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, or whatever it is, state and federal taxes. Okay, now when you look at that, how are you going to replace that money? Credit cards, loans, student loans, mortgages, car notes, car loans. All that is debt. And you're probably saying, well, you know what? I can't afford to pay for a car or a house cash money. And I get it, right? But imagine if you lost $10,000 a year in taxes and you were able to keep that $10,000 for 36 months.
Right.
I'm sure you can find a vehicle for $30,000. Imagine if you could take that same money and grow it, and you can purchase your house at a lower interest rate.
Right.
And pay it off in 10 to 15 years versus 30 years. But debt is brought on by high taxes. We lose another 25 to 30% of our cash because we're servicing debt. And it's all brought on by taxes, by high taxes. Okay. So because we have an issue with high taxes and we have an issue with debt, now you're looking at poor credit. 68 million Americans have poor credit. And it's because they're in extensive debt. Think about it. So now imagine, now you have to deal with high taxes, inflation, high taxes, debt, and poor credit. And this last thing, you should already know as a business owner which side of capitalism that you want to be on.
That's right.
See, big business takes the last percentage of your money. There's a holiday in every month of the year.
Every month is a holiday.
If you don't believe me, I just want you to follow, because we're in January. We just hit New Year's. New Year's Day. We got Martin Luther King. We got President's Day. We're going to roll over to February with Valentine's Day. There's another, I think George Washington's birthday is in there as well. March, I want to say it's going to be spring break. Okay.
Spring break, sometimes Easter.
Sometimes Easter, sometimes
April.
And then you got May, you have Cinco de Mayo. You got
Memorial Day.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day,
okay.
Yep.
June, Father's Day.
Father's Day.
That was quick.
Yep.
But
July, you got 4th of July,
Day.
Independence Day. Then we go to August. We're talking about back to school.
Kids are going back to school. Things are on sale. All these times, things on sale.
Yep. And then you got what? September,
Labor Day.
Labor Day, and then what's after September? You got October. What's in October?
We got
Halloween,
we got Columbus Day, Halloween. Yeah, and Halloween is one of the biggest. It's kind of when big business kind of kicks off.
Yep.
Right. Kind of when big business kicks off.
Yeah.
So now you're talking about somebody St. Pat. Oh, yep. Thanks, Courtney. She said St. Patrick's Day is in March as well.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
We skipped that one. Now we missed that one.
Yeah.
We used to live in Georgia, so we know about Savannah. Then you got November.
We're in November, so of course
you experienced this with us. We had Brown Thursday, Black Friday, Business
Saturday, and then Cyber Monday.
And then we move into December.
Yep.
We move into December with the 12 days of Christmas.
Yep.
Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, after Christmas sales, and we start all over again in January.
Mm-hmm.
See, big business has plans for your money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking to the consumer side of you right now.
Right, not the business side, the consumer side.
But we want you to understand that as you operate your business, that you need to be planning for this with your customers.
Absolutely.
You don't want big business to get the best of you. You want to be big business so you can be on the right side of capitalism.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
So now, a lot of people think that budgeting is the key. And I'm going to step on some toes right now because it's hard to budget what you don't have.
I was about to say, you don't have to say it. I'll say it. You can't budget zero.
You can't budget zero. So go back here. You see this? If 1/3 of your money is gone, well, matter of fact, if inflation is doubling every 20 years, let's say that's about 3%. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3 gone. That's 33, 33, and 33. That's 99. That's 102% of your money gone.
It's gone.
You're in debt. So now, how can you budget what you don't have? Money management is the key.
Mm-hmm.
See, most people believe in budgeting, spending less, and cutting back. In general, that works for so long.
Right.
That's only going to take you so far. They believe they need more income, and they're right.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: they also need more cash flow. So let's talk about the difference between the word income and the word cash flow.
Mm-hmm.
Income is the amount of money that you signed that contract and said, this is what you're going to get. And they didn't tell you that your salary. They didn't tell you what you was going to get in net. They told you you was going to get this in gross. Right? So that's your income.
Mm-hmm.
But cash flow is the amount of money left over after all of your expenses are paid. So financial management allows us to take control of a larger amount of our money, which means we need to understand the importance of legally lowering our taxes, managing and eliminating our debt, getting ahead of inflation, and then becoming a part of big business.
That's right. That's right.
That's what we got to do. And not to mention credit. You know, if we can actually improve our credit, then our interest rates will be lower.
Yeah, you
anyway.
can go back in and improve those interest rates if you can get your credit back. Right.
And I just ran through that really quickly, but with a job, if you're out there with a job and you're out here looking right now, you see this later, consider correcting your W-4. So Dorothy was in corporate America.
Yep. I was in corporate America.
Tell your story. Go ahead.
So I worked, for the government, and I made a lot of money. Okay, I was a really, really high income earner. And once we learned these strategies, I went in and I took a look at my W-4, corrected my W-4 based off the fact that we had a business.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
You corrected your W-4 based off of our allowances, first.
Our allowances first.
And then
I went and corrected it based off the fact that we had a business. Okay. So after I did that, now remember, like I said, this does not apply to everybody because my situation is not going to be your situation. I was a high income earner. So we were able to bring back, after I corrected my W-4, I was able to bring back $1,124 a month. That's how much I was paying out in taxes.
That's how much she was overpaying in taxes. $1,124 per month came back into our household. So time out. So in the beginning, if you missed the beginning, I said that 80% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck.
Yep.
Now the IRS states on the Form W-4
Yep.
that 80% of Americans have the forms filled out incorrectly.
This is not coming from us. This is coming from the IRS.
Causing them to lose hundreds and even thousands of dollars per month and tens of thousands of dollars a year.
Yeah.
In a career working a job.
Yeah.
And that was us.
That was us.
So I wasn't able to correct my W-4
right.
because I didn't have a job at that time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
So, after learning these strategies, we realize, hey, we have control over our money, but you have to be able to go in and understand how to do that. Okay. You have to understand how to correct your W-4.
But also it's a mindset shift, because
and it's a mindset
there's
shift.
a lot of people who are out there waiting on their taxes. They're waiting on a tax refund so they can make a large purchase for themselves, so they can make a large purchase for the business, so they can go on a vacation, whatever the case may be. But imagine this. Imagine being able to do those things throughout the year.
Right. So a lot of us, and we were those people too.
We were waiting
on
refund.
Refund. Guys, your refund is just you getting your money back. Okay. You overpaid? Do you need that money now to live, or you want to wait 14 months later when you get it? Okay, when you could have used that money
to pay down debt.
Okay.
To invest.
You could do that now. Yep. I believe it was what, 2008 when the housing market crashed.
Yeah, when the bubble burst. Yeah.
It was said that if some people would have just had an extra $300, they wouldn't have lost their homes. That extra $300 could have came from them correcting their W-4, bringing that money back into their homes.
Do you think the banks, and here's another toe stepper, because we know people love their jobs. Do you think the banks were telling people, hey, let's sit down and take a look at your personal finances to see what we can kind of shift some things around so you can find some money? Let's look at your W-4 and see if we can help you save your house. No, they didn't. They were cashing in.
Right.
They were cashing in. So you got to think about where this education should come from. And you have to understand that if you can keep more of your money today.
Right.
See, what I think what a lot of people don't understand is what the price for something is today won't be the same price tomorrow. That means that 14 months later, you've lost money. Even if you get a $5,000 refund, that means that money lost value because of inflation, because it wasn't invested in your hands, because everything else went up, you lost money. The value of that dollar was lost. And these are the things that we were learning. So we took that additional $1,100 a month. We started us a business. We ran that business with that money. All right. We also created an emergency fund.
We paid off. We divided it up.
So we paid down some debt.
We took that money and we did something. We did the correct thing with it.
We lived a better life.
You can't listen, guys. You cannot correct your W-4 and take that money and go spend it.
Yeah.
You have to have a plan for that money. Okay. You can't do that.
So that's one of the things we need to address. And we've showed over 1,000 people do this.
That strategy. Exactly.
But they corrected the W-4. They used that money for the emergency fund. They used that money to enhance their life. Some of them actually built businesses, and some of them actually enjoyed their life better because they used their own money. Somebody said, well, you know what? What about owing the IRS? Well, if you operate your business accordingly, if you work your business and you understand the tax deductions that you're going to need, and we'll talk about that at a different time because we're going to bring a subject matter expert in to talk about that. But if you understand the deductions that you can take for your business, 9 times out of 10 is a good possibility that you won't owe a huge tax bill.
Nope.
Imagine this.
Nope.
Imagine overpaying $10,000 a year and then getting that money every month. Okay, so now you have $10,000 in your possession, and then the government says that you owe them $1,000 tax bill. Or watch this. Or you can let the government take your money and they take out $10,000.
Right.
And they say, hey, here you go. Here's $5,000 back. Well, what happened to the other $5,000?
Right. Where did that go?
See, because people don't have businesses,
Mm-hmm.
or because they're not taking the proper deductions, they cannot legally lower their taxes.
Right.
Minimizing unnecessary expenses is the next step.
Exactly.
You have to take a look around your household, look at your lifestyle.
Yep.
And I'm not saying to stop doing things, but if you can legally, if you can ethically, minimize your expenses,
yep.
it's going to increase the
Yep.
cash flow.
I know one of the things that we did 5 years ago,
About
we
5,
cut cable.
6 years.
Why do we have cable if we're not even at home?
We're not at home. Well, my wife was working a job. I'm working a business. I don't need cable. We need high speed internet. That's it.
So we just got the internet and we watch Netflix.
Netflix,
so it's little things like that. I promise you guys, you can save some money.
Cell phone. Eating out.
It's a lot.
Driving around, just driving around, chilling. It's a lot of things.
But you can find money if you look around and just think about the things that you do on a daily basis.
Yep.
You can find some money. I promise you can.
Now, how many people out there in debt? And if I had you on here live, on the stream, on Zoom, I probably have some people raising their hands. But think about this: a lot of people that are in debt, the first thing they want to do if they get more money, they want to get out of debt. Don't do that. I strongly encourage you to create an emergency fund first. Okay.
Exactly.
Because if you start getting out of debt before you create an emergency fund, and an emergency happens, you're gonna get right back.
You're gonna get right back in debt. So I've seen people say, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pay this. Pay this off. I'm gonna pay that off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then the next month,
the
something happens to
out.
Your car. Yeah. The water heater goes out, or now guess what you're doing? You're putting out that credit card.
Pulling the credit card out. So now think about this.
So
if you can minimize unnecessary expenses, and if you can correct your W-4, and then if you can start to manage your debt,
right,
and get it under control,
exactly,
lower it,
yep,
and then you can actually eliminate that debt, and it's going to lead to some debt freedom.
Yeah,
we're talking about freedom here, y'all. Time freedom, financial freedom. It's important. Okay. The other thing is better credit. We got to understand that if we had more credit education, personal credit education, and business credit education, then we could understand how to leverage our credit.
Exactly.
Understand this. 68 million people have poor credit.
68 million people
now,
have bad credit.
I'm not going to ask you how many people out there are financing or funding their business with their personal credit.
Right.
Because I'd be embarrassed to watch. But I'm going to tell you something. If you're currently funding your business with your personal credit, you need to come and talk to us, because we teach and educate people on how to build credit for their business. It's business credit, okay? But you got to understand that when you get better credit, and it's not just about, hey, I don't use any credit cards. Excuse me. I only use cash, and there's strategies behind it. Okay.
Exactly.
You got to understand how to repair, how to build, and how to maintain.
It. Yep.
Because now what happens is you have you're invested in your own personal finances. Credit. Once you understand how to maintain and build and repair your credit, you can stop paying high interest.
Exactly.
And that's going to lower your interest rates, and now you can increase your cash flow.
And it's going to bring some money back in your house.
So this is how we did it. She corrected a W-4. We brought back more money. We got rid of some unnecessary expenses.
Yeah.
We were able to take that debt and manage it. And now we're burning debt. We're burning through debt. We're just burning through it right now. And of course, our credit is much better because we understand it, but we also have our business credit and our business name.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's really important. And then let's go with this thing right here, man. It's something else. Then how we get our money, it really matters. Okay. Once again, there's a lot of people on here that says, hey, well, I don't have a business. It's just a hobby. This is nothing negative to you.
Right.
But I want you to understand that a business is a strategy.
Yep.
It's a strategy that will allow you to legally lower your taxes to the legal lowest limit. Now, as an employee, as a wage earner, a W-2, and a W-2 is nothing more than a tax code. That's all it is.
Tax code.
So you're taxed at the highest rate. Remember, I'm just throwing these numbers out here. Just an example: 25 to 33%. Could be a little bit less. Could be a little bit more, depending on how much money you're earning. Okay. That means that the wage earner they go to work, right? They go to work, then they get taxed,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get paid after they get taxed.
Right.
If that's the type of life you're living and you're liking it, I like it for you.
Work, you get taxed,
And then you get paid.
then you get paid. You like that?
Who should be getting paid first? You doing
should
the
be
work.
getting paid first.
So as a business owner, a 1099, not a contractor, y'all.
Right.
That's a difference. Yep. As a business owner, you're taxed at a lower rate. So just imagine you're taxed at 18 to 23%. You're probably saying that ain't too much lower. It's a big difference.
Big difference.
That's like 10% less. Okay. That means that our business is going to do the work.
Yep.
Then our business is going to pay
all expenses.
All expenses.
All business expenses. Okay.
And then the government's going to say, hey, you know what? I see that you made $100,000 in business. However, you had $90,000 in expenses.
Yep.
So we're only going to tax you on $10,000. Meanwhile, you were able to take that money from your business and pay yourself.
Yep.
Pay your business. Invest in yourself. Invest in your business. Take care of everything that you need to take care of. And now you're paying a legally lower tax rate.
Yep.
That's how the wealthy do it. Okay.
That's how they do it.
So the question you got to ask yourself, would you rather be taxed on a higher rate or a lower rate? And there's one more thing on here. Investors are going to get taxed at the lowest rate.
Exactly.
Talking about if you're investing in stock market, some type of Roth IRA, traditional IRA, something like that, you're going to be taxed at the lowest rate. Okay. So this is one of the things that we want to share with you guys. Let me go ahead and stop this because I think I might be done. I think we're done. What we got right here?
Yeah, that's
What's that one?
Oh, yeah,
that's it. Okay. So we're going to keep this thing open right now for a little while. We got about, what time is it?
It is 9:18.
9:18. So we got about
a couple minutes.
About 10 minutes.
We just wanted to share this information with you guys. It's the strategy. It's all about a strategy. Okay, it's all about a strategy, and we've been through it. We've done it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
And we just want to share with you guys. Where we are. If you want, some more information, you know how to reach out to us. This is a freebie for everybody tonight. We have more of this coming, for our members and everything. And we also have some paid classes coming for those of you that want to know more and want to get your personal and business finances together. We'll have more of this.
So I put if you looked at the original post, or at least this one, I put a link there so you can actually take a financial assessment. Now you can share as much as you like. You can share as much as you don't like. You can take the assessment and answer the questions and don't turn it in if you want. But the assessment is for you. Okay.
Yeah.
And what I'm gonna do is, I think we can do this. See if I can bring the assessment up. Because this is very important. I want to end this on this note. Okay. So give me 1 second as we talk about this assessment and how it can actually help you. Because here's the deal. If you can actually understand your finances, then what will happen is you can answer your own questions. You don't have to worry about what we're doing and what someone's talking about, but you got to understand that you need guys to you need to have this. Okay. So here's the assessment. Okay. And we had somebody to take the assessment already. All right. We had one person to take the assessment already, but this assessment is really simple. Okay. It's a questionnaire, and this is going back to our parent company. Okay. So now it says, are you currently working or are you retired? Do you have a mini emergency fund of at least $1,000? Is your credit score above or below 700? Do you own your home or are you renting? How many months could you survive with no income? I think that's really important. I think the emergency fund here, and how many months can you survive with no income? I think that's very important. So even if you don't submit the assessment,
I think it's just, it's thought provoking. It makes you really think about, your finances, personal and business.
Yeah.
you know, and we just wanted to share this assessment with you guys because you know what, if you need some assistance, hey, you know, we're here to help. That's why we have this assessment available.
So, you know, and you're welcome, Sharon. Thank you for jumping on.
Thank you, Sharon.
So we got see who popped on the live. We got Courtney, we got Sharon, and we got Miss Judy.
Hey, Courtney.
Burke Simpson.
Hey, Judy.
And Cortina just jumped on as well. So what we want to do is we want to extend the opportunity through the assessment. If you fill the assessment out and you send it in, then we'll go ahead and check the assessment out, and we'll set some time up with you and do a free brief counseling with you. Okay, if you're interested in improving yourself. If you do the assessment and you decide not to turn it in, like Dorothy said, it's thought provoking.
Yeah, okay? It's just something for you to think about. You know.
I want you to understand this. If you are not good with your personal finances, you don't have to tell me, you don't have to tell D.
Right.
But if you're not good with your personal finances and you start making money in business, you're not going to be good with your business finances.
Right.
The biggest takeaway I want you could take from this is that it's important to understand finances. It's important. We can watch people from a distance or from up close earn a lot of money in their business.
Right.
But you're not talking about. I don't want to hear about how much money you made. I want
to show me how you keeping it.
How you keeping it?
You know what I'm saying? Show me that part of it. That's what I want to see.
People are not talking about the overhead. They're not talking about how much it costs them to stay in business.
Right.
They're not talking about how much they made $3.5 million, and they're not telling you that at the end of the year, before the end of the year, they had to let me stop.
Okay. Yeah, we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there because this is our channel.
Okay.
I'm going there because it's our channel. If you have to, at the end of the year, make a large purchase to keep from paying taxes, that means that you weren't tax planning
money.
And you weren't tax planning throughout the year. Okay?
You understand.
If you're earning a certain amount of money, that's going to cause you to have a large tax bill at the end of the year. That means you probably should be paying monthly or quarterly.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Real talk. If you are a high income earner, whether it be on a job or in a business, you need a tax professional that understands your situation.
Absolutely. You have to plan.
You have to plan
throughout the year. Okay, so that at the end of the year, you're not in that situation.
Following these people because they're Facebook famous. I know it sounds like hate. Yeah, I'll take that. Following these people who are somewhat Facebook famous, following these people because you're attracted to money, following these people because you're attracted to what they're doing. If you cannot duplicate it, or if they are not able to show you how they're doing it, then you may want to reconsider following them.
That's right.
We're here to help you to build your business, to build generational wealth.
Build your business the correct way.
The correct way.
This
is, like I said, if you're on here looking for a hustle, a flip, or a quick come up, this is not
for you.
All right. But if you're serious about your business and you really want to build and you really want to grow, we're here because this is one of our passions.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for the last 6 years.
Yep.
And we've helped hundreds of people, over 1,000 people.
Yes.
To help them get situated with their business. And I'm telling you, once you get these strategies in your mind, once you're able to shift your mindset, you'll be able to shift your income, and it'll make more sense to you.
Yep.
It's business and finance. Slide over. Yeah, business and finance, right? It's business and finance.
Yes.
You can't have one without the other.
Personal and business. That's right.
So with that being said, I don't have anything else. Does anybody have any questions?
Anybody have any questions out there that
give you a minute to drop something?
You might want to drop on us before we leave off of here. So glad that you guys could tune in tonight to see what the blank spot and Eric and D is talking about tonight.
That's Quartina right there.
Hey Quartina.
Talking about she missed the live videos. Welcome back. Hey, well, we've been building the business.
Yes.
So we had to put this part of it on pause.
We had to put this business, that other business on pause for a little bit to build a blank spot.
But we're definitely going to be talking about business, about finances, not just about the shifting of the income, but building business credit. Why is important?
Exactly. The back
talk
end
about the structure of your business.
Structure.
Making sure that your business is set up properly.
Right.
understanding pricing, marketing, all that stuff. We're gonna talk about those things.
We're excited about 2022, guys. We already listen. We already have our schedule for the first 6 months of all the classes and stuff that we're going to be giving. I'm excited. You know, for those of you out there that you're hungry and you want this information, guess what? We got it for you.
I'm going to leave you with this. Memberships has its privileges. So if you're not a member, you're gonna be hearing about a lot of it. If you are a member, you're gonna be experiencing it firsthand because we're gonna be doing a lot of freebies for the members.
Yes.
Well, I can't say freebies, huh? They're kind of paying for it. They're paying for it.
They're members, so they're paying for it.
So we kind of grandfathered this bit of information into the membership, and because they are taking a chance on us and their business, then we want to give you something back, a little extra. Sharon said, "I got get that membership." That's right. And this is information that is priceless. You can pay thousands of dollars for this information to someone who don't even know and you don't trust.
Right. You know, one thing I know about Eric and I, we're very personal. You know, as a member, you're gonna get that personal touch from us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now, if you're not a member,
we're gonna still take care of you.
We'll take care of you, you know. But I can't say that you're gonna get that personal touch, you know, from us.
Well, some of our members do.
You know, no, I'm saying if you're not a member.
Yeah. Well, some of our non-members do.
You know, it's if you.
They're kind of because they're kind of co-founders. Yeah.
Yeah. If you was with us in the beginning, we got you. We got you.
But you know, even so though, like I said, it's going to be very affordable. It's not going to be overpriced. We're not charging hundreds and thousands of dollars for these trainings and classes. They're going to be very affordable, and you'll be able to actually apply this stuff to your lives and to your businesses. We're going to make it very easy to understand.
Absolutely,
that's the other thing. Breaking it down to the lowest level. Yes. So once again, if you're out there in our group, if you're in our Facebook group, make sure you see this, because this video will be in the group.
Yes.
So you can go back and look at it.
Yeah.
Make sure you drop a comment.
Drop a comment. Some value. You know, let us know what kind of value you got. You know, let us know. You know, let us know what you want to hear from us. You know, we already got a schedule, but hey, you know, if it's something specific that we don't have on a schedule, then we might be able to kind of, put it in there. So let us know what are your pain points. Let us know, what you need business and finance wise.
And if you're on the YouTube, and you're seeing us for the first time,
hit that subscribe.
Bing!
Hit the bell.
So you can get all the latest updates, and also hit our website, all right? theblanksspot.com. We are one of the best, if not the best, stores out there. We're servicing the southeastern region. We're covering several states. We're covering right now we're probably hitting about 35, 36 states across the globe, across the country, and a couple of things across the pond. So we're excited to be bringing this information to you. Stay tuned. We got more coming.
Yep.
Hey man, just keep an open mind for 2022, because understand, old way of thinking about money and finances and business is not going to get you new results.
Nope.
It won't. I promise you.
Nope.
So this is Eric.
All right. And I'm D, y'all. That's our hour. We've been here since 8:30.
Yeah.
So we're going to get on up out of here so we can have some relaxed time. And we will talk to you guys very, very soon.
Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. We will see you all at the top, because there's too many people struggling at the bottom.
All right. Good night, guys. Peace out.